How we rocking today. The short version of Crystal Repertoire. This how we rocking today. Got the turquoise, carnelian, lapis lazuli, and labradorite piece. Matter of fact, something just been telling me again, working with those. I did a video about working with calcium-based crystals or crystals that have calcium in it, and how calcium connects with our DNA, and RNA. No coincidence that lapis lazuli, again, dang, and I don't have do I have it right here with me? But lapis lazuli is the crystal that's spoken about a lot in Kemet, or talking about Egypt, and when we talk about Jehudi or Thoth, in the book Isis Thesis, shout out to Brother Panic for bringing that up. In the book Isis Thesis, they talk about how the story of Thoth, again, that's why I always say mythology is anatomy. Anatomy is mythology by law, by the law of correspondence. So all these little activities going on in our body, from the physical standpoint of why we're still in our bodies, and the transitioning process, is told in all these mythological stories. But long story short, how Thoth is connected with, again, the DNA and RNA, and like how one of the aspects of RNA is like a scribe, like it writes or rewrites the DNA. You know what I'm saying? In essence, I feel like, again, Thoth is like that part of us that tells our story and that prepares our next story to be told, in our next lifetime. In essence, it's like writing down that Akash and then creating a new little blueprint. Like, all right, this is gonna be, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm rocking with. It's a full moon in Sagittarius too, from Western astrology standpoint, and I get too deep into the Western Vedic, but you know, the lapis connecting with the Sagittarius energy, most those chakra crystals, matter of fact, turquoise as well, because the Sagittarius aspect of teaching and speaking and sharing from that perspective. And then I've been working with this baby here. This baby I've been seeing some changes in my energy with that rose quartz, the shungite, and prayer night with epidote in it. And I always brought up, in one of the videos I brought up about epidote and being aware of our energy when working with epidote, because it does amplify energies, and it could amplify, again, in any way. So just being aware of ourselves as we work with epidote, any crystal like that, any crystal that amplifies, like a quartz or malachite, excuse me, be aware of our energy. But that's how I'm rocking right now. Again, before it's full moon. Oh, and also, again, the full moon energy is about releasing and protection. I'm working with the moss agates, on that vibe. In fact, on the abundance flow, heart chakra flow, green aventurine. Speaking of Jehudi, I got my emerald, the emerald tablets. There's always something about a green crystal and a green stone back in the day. Oh, got my jet. It's been a while since I worked with jet. Got me a nice piece of jet for that abundance and prosperity, and also, like, again, mourning the death of our old self. You know what I'm saying? Like, allowing for that old part of us, that keep trying to stay alive, to transition. You know what I'm saying? Release. Again, full moon releasing, you know, and remembering energetically, like, if we're releasing something, we gotta be aware of what energy we're gonna bring into the place of whatever it is that we're releasing. If I'm gonna stop smoking, then what I'm gonna do in the place of stop smoking, or if I'm gonna stop exercising, what I'm gonna do in this place of, you know, that, or whatever the case may be, but just allocating the energies. Then the old smoky quartz, and it's a little cathedral quartz. That's how I'm rocking right now. Oh, and the what they call these Finster quartz. Finster is the name of the formation. It's basically almost the same as celestial quartz. Celestial are sometimes called crocodile quartz because of the so many like the different little etches in them, like the different little lines in them. Oh, this camera hard to. Wish I could turn the camera around, but this crystal helps for clarity, like seeing in a window, like it deals with the energy of like looking through a window, and also it's gonna deal a lot with like recovering old information. But again, that's another thing like I always bring up. It's about moving forward and not just like, all right, what happened in our past, what happened in our past. It's like we if we're learning about our past, is to move forward and not to just keep retelling the story of it. If I'm going research about Kemet or research about Angkor Wat or research about Atlantis or wherever, you know, it's not to continuously stay in what was happening at that moment as much as it's for me to create a future in this now moment, you know. But I digress. But this also helped with inner child work. Definitely, again, just bringing that window into the inner universe and gaining clarity. You know. Again, with multiple, like, we're working with multiple crystals. Make sure you talk to each one. Like, you see me rocking a lot of crystals, but I didn't talk to each one of my crystals. I'm not just throwing them all together. It's like, hey, turquoise, this is how I need you to be rocking. Hey, labradorite. I give each one of them a pep talk, and then I let them know how I would like for them to work with each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's something you don't have to do every day. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, and be honest with you. You don't have to do it technically at all. The crystals are gonna do what they do. It's just like with anything, intention and being more focused gives us more clear and focused and intentional results. You know what I'm saying? So it's all on what type of results we like to get. Do we like to get, focused results or unfocused results? And that is a thing that's unique to the person, you know what I'm saying? In essence. But yeah, talk to them, get them right. Cause that's why I was, even with this one, I'm told the epidote. I'm like, hey, epidote, we amplifying the vibrations that are highly beneficial to be amplified. Like, if something negative comes up, we nip it in the butt in the sense of like not amplifying it. We're not saying nothing wrong with negativity. We're just not amplifying, that energy. It's acceptance and appreciation for the existence of negativity, but it's not to be constantly focused upon, unless I want the type of life that constantly focusing on negativity brings, that's a choice. Yeah, that's your choice. But that's how I'm rocking, man. I know. Peace. Now is the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now, it ain't too gimmicky. It's something important to remember that now is the vibrate. I'm talking shit about myself. But peace, y'all.